Hello, welcome to Figure Form 45. Thank you for your time checking my video. Now, continuing my journey in expanding my X-Men collection, this is my review of the Marvel Legends X-Men 97 Nightcrawler. Now let's take a look at the packaging. Now we came in this retro style packaging, so that in there it says X-Men 97, then an animated sketch or photo of the character. And then the good thing about this retro packaging is we can see the whole picture because of this clear plastic that covers it. And then at the back, there's the action figure, and then it shows the all of the characters that is involved in this wave. So that's for the pack. Now this is everything out of the box. So it comes with two alternate closed fist hands, and then the default that is connected to him out of the box are simply open hands. Now if I'm not mistaken, the original release of this one has a sword holding hands because he came with a sword. So unfortunately for this figure, he doesn't have a sword. It does come with an alternate head sculpt though. So just like in the animated series that we saw, he has this a little long, new hairstyle, and then there's this dark style on his face, which I guess is showing like it's an effect of a shadow of his hair, like that, like that's a dark shadow of his hair, I guess. So this alternate hand is more like a semi-open lip one, comparing it to the one that is connected to him out of the box. This is more like more normal looking one, but still both of them have that black effect, like his hair is showing shadow on his face. Anyway, some may not like that, but yeah, it doesn't bother me, especially after I watch him appear on the new X-Men 97 series. Now, looking at this, I think this is just a retool as far as the body is concerned. This is more like a reuse of the old body mold that was used from the old Nightcrawler figure that they gave us. And then they just added, well, obviously the new head, and then new pinless hands, and new pinless legs. So I guess the tail, I think it's the same with the same articulation. I love that they display them in the box with this tail, position like this. I think it looked very cool. Yeah. Anyway, I think this is just the old body mold with new pinless hands and pinless legs. Now, the paint that was done here is pretty sharp. I don't think I see any paint problems when it comes to the black and red. So far, I've noticed that Marble Legends is actually improving. Really improve on their paint application, especially in the X-Men 97 wave. And as for the head sculpt, as I said, this is more like the uh, normal looking head with the closed mouth. And then I do like that the hair is not fully painted black, but they added that like blue shading. It shows the detail of the sculpt of the hair. Because of that, it highlights it more. And then in the hands, yeah, I think the design is sculpted. Even here, I think there's sculpt here. Then on the legs, yeah, I love that. Despite the simple design of his costume, this is actually sculpted, and that. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is a pretty good new version for Nightcrawler. Now let's have a look at the articulation. So for the head articulation, you can do that, you can look that, and then you can look up pretty well. You can look down pretty well. When it's positioned normally, well, I guess it doesn't look weird. I was on the impression that his neck will look too long because of that, but yeah, I don't think it looks weird. I think it's okay. So kudos for Hasbro for doing this. It really improves the articulation of the head. Now for the hands, he can do the T-pose pretty well, and then I guess he does have a butterfly joint, but it is limited by the design of his costume, this mold. And then he has articulation there, double jointed articulation here, then arm articulation. Yeah, so that's for the hands and shoulder articulation. So he does have a ab crunch, which looks like that. Then I can look up like that. Then you have waist articulation. Then, as I said, the tail is articulated like this. And this is the same as the old tail from the first release. So it's not it's not made of bendy wire. It just has one post, but I think it's pretty awesome. You can actually pose him pretty much any way you like it with this pose, with this default pose. But it would have been good if one of the improvement that they made to this figure is making this a bendy wire, putting bendy wire in so that you can pose his tail pretty well. Now for the leg articulation, there's that tie cut, and then pinless double jointed knee, can go that far. And then is there a cut? Nope, there's no cut here. There's no cut here. So oops, sorry. So for the toe, there's that. And then ankle pivot. Then you can kick that far. You can kick back that far. Then you can do the bend down like that. So overall, pretty good articulation for the Nightcrawler figure. Now for some size comparison, here he is with Rogue from the first wave. Here he is with his wave mate Cyclops. Here he is with Wolverine from the first wave. Here he is with the Goblin Queen. Here he is with Omega Red. Here he is with Mystique. Here he is with Renew Your Vows Spider Man. And here he is with Juggernaut. Overall, this is basically the same figure that was released previously, except for the fact that it now has pinless legs and pinless joints on his hands, and well, a more animated style head. But is that uh, is that worth it for you to buy a new Nightcrawler figure? Well, to be honest, when it comes to the head sculpt, I think the head sculpt of the first release is way better. I know that this is more on the animated aesthetics head sculpt, but of all the X-Men 97 releases, I think the head sculpt of this Nightcrawler would actually pass also as the comic version. It doesn't look that much animated. So, but again, I think the head sculpt of the uh, first Nightcrawler that was released is way better than this one. Anyway, if you are, you know, like me, I admit, in my case, I like the new pinless technology. This is a, this is a good upgrade for my collection. But if that is not, if pinless technology is not that of a big deal to you, there isn't really that much of a change that was given to this figure that will make it, I don't know, maybe at least improve on its articulation. As I said, it maybe they made that tail, you know, different and more like articulated, like a wired tail, so that you can pose it more differently. Maybe that's a good, that would have been a good choice. But yeah, for me, I think if you have the old uh, Nightcrawler, I think this is not something of an upgrade to it. Anyway, that's just my opinion.